Thank you very much for making your time to join us today. We shall be talking eco-sustainability. Is it sustainable? Were the numbers real when they were telling us, or was it just something they said to sound good? A number of people asked me, why do we have this as a debate? And I keep calling it a discussion, because there's two sides of this eco-sustainability journey. There is the numbers, and there's the people on the ground doing the work. The numbers are cooked up somewhere very, very far away. And I will ask in turn, before we begin the discussion, a very short yes or no answer. Eric, the Kenyan target for EVs, 2030, because 2030 is our benchmark, it's 5 years to go, is 30% of all new vehicles sold to be EVs. Will we achieve it, yes or no?
Yes.
No fall. The Kenyan target for recycled plastic waste is 40% by 2030. Will we achieve it, yes or no?
Inshallah.
Jadida, the Kenyan target for trees planted by 2030 is 100 million trees. Will we achieve it, yes or no?
No.
Jesse, the global target for regreening is 300 million hectares. Will we achieve it, yes or no?
No.
Alex, our target for renewable energy is 90% transition by 2030, and that's in Kenya. Will we achieve it, yes or no?
No.
Do you believe we're heading in the right direction, or have we stalled?
There are two ways to look at the answers, but the best way is honestly no. Purely because there is what is advertised and there is the intention to do stuff the correct way. A lot is said, the incredibly little is done in terms of making this goal come towards 2030.
The direction is correct, though the challenges within the direction are actually global, and also I'll highlight the globalness and also the local context of the same challenge at the same time. Globally, we set amazing numbers in global forums. We all congregate, we agree, we put a number, and we all say, Kumbaya, let's meet next year. This year we're not meeting, we'll meet next year. The COPs, right? So we have this mechanism of globally setting numbers. Then locally, you need money. You need money to have these things done. Then before the money starts checking in, we make political decisions that interfere with the money tap towards restoration, and either we go towards war and other issues that actually take money away from ability to actually do adaptation, mitigation activities for communities. So you find we are competing with locally in an arena that the agenda is set globally, not the other way around.
I hear figures being thrown here and there. We say that we have over 10% tree cover. Tree cover and forest cover are two different things. And I don't even think we have a 10% tree cover. And in this country, we are very, very good at putting out numbers, but we don't even give the way forward. We said 15 billion trees. This year, I saw an article in the Daily Nation talking about we have done 800 million only. But by 2030, we should have done 15 billion. So we have not even done 1 billion. So these numbers, I keep challenging even those people in the offices that let them not just give us numbers. Can they give us a framework on how to achieve it?
I think my answer follows along the same theme as the rest of the panel. I think directionally we are correct, but when it comes to institutionally and operationally, we are very misaligned. As Man said, the execution frameworks are not there. The enforcement mechanisms, the accountability systems are just not there yet. And our goal is 40% by 2030. Right now, the rate is a bit below 10%. They're not even real numbers out there. There's many different numbers. It's an ambitious goal. We agree with the ambition, but when it comes to the execution, I think it's going to be a bit challenging.
Our major problem right now is the infrastructure. Why do I say we have a chance of actually making it to that number? In Kenya right now, 70% of, 60% of greenhouse pollution, this carbon, is done by public transport vehicles, matatus and taxis and all that. So the only way we can reduce that a lot is by introducing EVs. We did a test with about 20 electric vehicles that are doing taxi. In a period of around 8 months, they had done about 1,155 metric tons reduction in carbon emission. This is 20 vehicles in less than a year. Okay, that's a lot. Why am I saying we're going to make it? The most important component of an electric vehicle is the infrastructure.
Jadida, promises made, promises kept. Is it something that we can realistically hope that will be done?
You know, from the business perspective, the businessmen are optimistic, they are raring to go. But when it comes to the government side, I don't think we'll be able to make it, because we have seen how numbers are thrown about by the government, but how to implement is the elephant in the room. But they will always encourage the businessmen, do this, we have the policies in place, but the policy is just something written on paper. But if you cannot be able to give us an implementation framework that is tested, this country has failed when it comes to that.
Are there success stories from the developing world or public-private partnerships that deserve wider replication within our country that can actually work and we can actually adopt?
Basically, the incentivized return system that EcoCan is trying to bring to Kenya was initially designed in Scandinavia, in Finland, and when we are trying to replicate it here, right? But we have adapted it to Kenyan realities. It's not a copy and paste thing, right? And I'll tell you for like an example of how we're adapting it to Kenya. So in Scandinavia, they use these big, expensive machines called reverse vending machines, RVMs for short. And what you would do is after you bought the product, you'd go to the machine, put it in, and then it pays you with a receipt, and then you can go use the receipt in the supermarket and get a discount on your shopping. Whereas here, first of all, as a startup, raising capital to buy RVMs is extremely challenging, especially with the current economic situation. And so how we decided to adapt that is by using human agents that will use an app which replaces the RVM.
Do you see uptake of EVs among tour operators? You mentioned that you've engaged one who does safaris along the Mara.
We have a company called East African Safaris. I don't know if you know them. They have ordered 2 vehicles from us. We are custom making the vehicles for them so that the vehicles can be tour vehicles but EVs. Increasing the battery size so that they can do a longer distance. At the same time, because some people will go to the Mara and stay for 4 or 5 hours or more. So we need vehicles that will have enlarged batteries and can be able to stay there for a longer time. So we want to build the vehicles here, and we're going to customize the vehicle, especially the ones for tours. We will build the vehicles specifically for that work.
The way we look at tourism is there are two ways around it. So number one is this is as close to nature as possible. So this is, guys are doing water crossings, guys are near elephants, lions, and all these things. And, removing your big 6-cylinder diesel to an EV is one major impact. However, Embo for us, example, for this use case scenario is Embo was a very interesting client because they were not doing it for marketing. They were doing it because they were intentional. So Embo, for example, 90% of their grey water is recycled. 100% of their vegetables are grown in Masai Mara in their camps. They do not use any harsh chemicals. So if you look at top to bottom, is 100% a very sustainable camp. If you remove the small part that 90% of their guests fly in. But I mean, them as a client, they are very categorical for us in terms of this is what we want, and we are willing to pilot. Things will always blow up, especially in this ecosystem. So when these cars were delivered, and I think as we speak, they've done close to 1 million kilometers, so over the 5-year period, and these cars are still performing really well. To be honest, we didn't expect them to perform that well, but that's happening. But more and more tour operators are coming on board.
Okay, so I think my verdict on this with the numbers would be it's a mixed bag. With EVs, it's a possible yes. There's still a lot to do, but the numbers surely were a bit ambitious. Not virtually signal ambitious, but they were ambitious, and maybe you'll be able to crack it. With regards to recycling, I think we were looking at numbers without dealing with the people on the ground, which is you. And it's good that you're in the space to fill the gap, but whoever said that number was a bit virtue signaling. With regards to regreening, tree planting, the verdict is in 2030. That was virtue signaling. There is hope if we can adopt a very grassroots, very personalized approach to it, very civically educated, very culturally rooted approach. But realistically, that number was not done with that in mind. So that was virtue signaling for 2030. Maybe we change it, and it's good that you're there to fill the gap. But 2030, it was virtue signaling. It was said to make people feel good. Infrastructure, I think we're all on the same page. It was a lot of green talk with no boots on the ground. So I think we can conclude at that. I'd like to thank our panel. I think they've done a good job, yeah? Let's give them a round of applause.